Hi, Richard.
Hi, Gary. You got me again, didn't you, with that recording?
I did, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
how
Cheeky
are you
boy.
today?
Cheeky. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. We do have a little chat off camera before we start talking. So just in
Yeah,
case
because we've
people was
had
wondering.
comments, people saying you're not really structured, but it's
Did we?
also
I mean,
having.
you said it. Did you? Was that actually a comment that somebody gave you?
Yeah,
We're not really
yeah,
structured.
yeah. But I think what we've just highlighted there is the fact you can prepare as much as you want, but it never goes out. It just goes out as it should be.
Yeah. Well, it's that's the. I mean, preparation is good in one way. I mean, if I want to um, compete in a physical event, I would prepare. I would I would do some training. I would practice my skills. I would maybe learn new information and things like that. But how the event actually goes is completely outside of my control, isn't it? So
Yeah.
we're just having that discussion about conversation, and you can't plan a conversation out, even though we go and do that all the time, don't we? In our heads, we're like, well, I'll say this, and they will say that, and then I'll say this back, and then that will make them say this.
But it's improvisation, isn't it? Even actors do that as well. Even though they have their script, they're also asked to improvise how they express, how they show their emotions relating to that text. And then some improvise. And
Yeah.
one of the famous guys was Robin Williams, if I remember rightly. He could improvise on anything.
Yeah, he could, but it's all improvisation, isn't it? Then it's all just being made up in the moment. There's no kind of rhyme or reason or planning to it. It's just, it's all just being made up in the moment. It's all just happening right now, and there's never any, yeah, kind of pre-planned script that we're working to.
But we do have a
Yeah,
title.
we do have a title, yeah. It was going to talk about purpose, aren't we? Which is also not simple. It's just like, yeah. Let's talk about purpose. What does purpose mean to you when you get the word purpose?
Yeah, I think from what I've hear and see from people and myself, was purpose was a kind of a goal and an objective of where I wanted to go, or what I wanted to achieve from going to a retreat or having a coaching session, etc., or playing the sport. That's my purpose. I need to be there. I need to be showing that I can be doing this, etc., etc. And yet, if there's not a real belief behind it, if there's no real commitment, I will be committed to seeing what my purpose is for today, now, at this moment. It's quite easy to say that this is my purpose, but deep down, you don't really believe it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is the purpose of going to the men's retreat in the end of August, is so that I can feel better. Really? Because there's other things you can go and do, right?
Yeah,
that would be
we also
better.
might disappoint you on that one.
Yeah.
You might come away from the treat feeling a lot worse than you went in.
But I mean,
it's not really a good selling point, but
that's, I mean, this is what I'm seeing it as being. I mean, everyone's going to have their own purpose or understanding of what they want to get from it.
Exactly.
And some would say it's an objective, some would say it's a goal. They're all words. But in that moment, if you show up as being you, in that moment, for me, that's your purpose.
Yeah.
Purpose of being here in this world, on this earth, being present to what is going to happen and what will happen and what you can create with it. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with any of that. I like the way you said, unless I have a commitment to what my purpose is today, it's almost, just pointing towards the fact that, I wake up in the morning and I don't really know what's going to happen for the day. I might have some idea about, like you and I are going to do this talk today at some time. And I know I need to reply to some emails, and I had a yoga class this morning. But, as into that being my purpose, I can only really know that in the moment, because my purpose is only ever available to me right here and now. It's never a future orientated event that I achieve, that I get to. And I know from my own kind of searching and seeking, I was always looking for purpose outside of myself. I was always looking for it in, relationships or in work, especially. Thinking that if I change jobs, I become something different. I become a professional, whatever that meant. I was always looking for purpose in the projects I was running, and trying to justify the work I was doing through this false sense of purpose. Like you said, it was, I wasn't committed to the purpose every day of just living, of just being alive and being present at the moment. I always thought I was going to find it in a person, place, or thing, and it's never there. It's only ever right here in this moment. It's never anywhere else.
It's like we're on the hamster wheel, isn't it? We always keep chasing for that purpose, but we'll never get there.
No.
It's like, you just have fun, mate. Just find it now. It's here now. That's your purpose.
Oh, exactly.
That's just totally it. Just being here right now is the best wonderful thing you can do to yourself.
Exactly. You're never going to have this again. It's just like, look at it. It's in 4K, ultra high definition, OLED. It's always on. Never goes away. It's always here. And why can you just seeing it in this kind of technicolor explosion of experience that's always here? It's just, wow, look at this. Why do I need to seek anything more than this? Why don't I need to seek any more than everything I can see? Because it's all me. So I don't need to search for anything anymore. And ironically, out of that, purpose starts to arise, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the old, I don't know who said this. There's an old saying, what it relates to is that, you're thinking of something and you've already thought about it. And so that purpose is already done.
Yeah.
It's like, don't get caught too much up in trying to find that purpose, because it's already there. I remember when I traveled, and I went traveling, and I remember one of the friends of mine said, so you're going to find your purpose when you're traveling? And I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You're going to find your true purpose in life. You're going to be really great at it.
Yeah.
What enjoying life and enjoying it as much as I can within a year or so, and really seeing and being with everything in nature, through to people, through to everything. No, it's just, wow. That's the purpose.
Yeah.
That was the purpose. Enjoy day, to be full, to be playful. I think we forget to be playful. And this is why we're doing these videos, as being playful as we can. It's not to be, this is a script. This is a script, Gary, and we'll stick to it. No, let's be open to it.
Yeah, I mean, when you was a child, you never kind of scripted your play sessions, did you? You kind of like dropped into your roles or whatever, but you never scripted how you was going to play.
But isn't it interesting, Gary, when a parent says to a child, so what's your purpose going to be when you're grown up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that must have
How much pressure do you want to put on them?
Oh, that must have been horrendous for me at the time. It must have been like a load of weight on. It's like, okay,
Oh shit, where do I find it?
Hang on. Purpose, where does that come from? Exactly. No, it can't be from mum and dad. Who can it be then? Where does it come from?
I was just looking at the meaning of purpose. It says a noun, the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. The purpose of the meeting is to appoint a trustee. Similar, motive, motivation, grounds, cause, impetus, occasion and reason. Or 2, a person's sense of resolve or determination. If there was a new sense of purpose in her step, there was a new sense of purpose in her step as she set off. Similar determination, resolution, resolve.
Good old Oxford Dictionary.
I
love it to bits.
Always seems to be in the future for people. Always seems to be something that they know they're going to attain later on. You see that, I suppose, you know, it has to be like that at the beginning of your life in some way. You know, you're all ego, you're all kind of just energy. You've got to go out and just express yourself. And I get that. You know, I don't think you can hear this conversation until you're a little bit later in life. I think it's very rare that somebody is quite young and maybe in their first, the first phase of their life that can hear this conversation for what it is. I think you have to be in a certain space in terms of your journey through life and your age and your experience to start to hear this. Because I just think it's natural that, you know, we start to get our 30s and 40s and then we start thinking about it a little bit more. That energy of life is starting to burn itself out a little bit. You know? And then you're seeking a little bit more, oh, what am I doing? Why am I here? And that I think is where this kind of sense of seeking comes in, and this sense of searching for something outside of yourself again, this purpose in the future.
I like I probably shared this one about the woodcutter chopping the wood. Then he has an enlightenment, and then he goes back to chopping wood again.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same for the purpose, isn't it? As you were saying, it's as though it's a future thing.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be the future. We've got to know what the purpose now is. Us having this conversation.
Yeah.
We arranged it. That's the purpose. We're going to have this conversation.
Yeah.
You know, if I go and futurize it to say, "Hey, Gary, next week we're going to be talking about purpose," and we've got we've lost it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, no, before enlightenment, shop would carry water. After enlightenment, shop would carry water. It's just nothing changes, but everything's different. And purpose is something that then just starts to manifest in front of you. It's just like you say, it's just, oh, it's this moment and this moment and this moment and this moment and this moment. You know, there's just this, life becomes its own purpose, becomes its own meaning without having to put anything else on top of it.
Yeah. What comes to mind now, I don't know if it was someone who quoted it, I don't know, but it was like, just reap the benefits from the low-bearing fruits of the tree.
Yeah.
In that moment, that's your purpose.
Yeah.
There's nothing more. I mean, the purpose for the retreat is just to get guys just to be understanding that they're okay as they are.
Yeah.
The human beings, everyone is okay. It's just that understanding of when you slow down, as you said, Gary, you're slowing down. Slowing down doesn't mean woo. No, slowing down means you're not just breathing, understanding that you're breathing, understanding you've got these hands that are doing stuff for you, your head that's doing all this, your legs that make you move. But the fact is, you're there, like we are now. We're here now in this video. You're listening to us. You're probably thinking this is a load of BS, but okay. It is for some and it ain't for others.
Yeah.
But the understanding that we're trying to put across is it's okay. You know, if you still want to find your purpose and you still want to find it in the future, whatever, it's okay. Mm-hmm. There's no saying it's right or wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right.
Yeah. Let's find out. Yes. If we wanted to talk about the purpose of the retreat, I would say that, again, I would agree with you that I would want people to see that they are, and this is just a desire, yeah. And it's just, I would want people to come away with a sense of, oh, I'm already whole and complete. You know, I'm not broken in any way. Everything I need is here, and I don't need to go searching for it anywhere else. And if you can get a glimpse of that, maybe, you know, it doesn't have to be long. It can be 5 minutes. It could be just a couple of moments of that experience. Then that might be enough to, you know, that you will take away with you, and you can reflect on later on, and see that, yeah, you're always okay. You're always whole. You're always complete. You're always, as long as existence is happening, then everything is fine. And when existence isn't happening, you won't know anyway, so everything will be fine.
Yeah.
So there really is no difference between the two things. It's all one thing just happening, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, what popped up as you were saying that was for this retreat is if you make it an intention to come along and be open, to just be open with your vulnerability, to be open with what's around you and what you're going to meet, what you're going to experience, you're making that commitment, and that commitment is linked to your purpose of who you are and who you're going to be in that moment with us for them few days at this retreat. That's the experience you're going to get, and that's where it can transform you to different understanding, I should say, of who you can be.
Yeah.
With it, and then maybe creating a different purpose in life.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It might be just to chop wood. It might be to start a company. It might be to stay at home with the family and, you know, completely change the way you are. Or it might just be continue as you were before. It's anything can happen. You just have to, like you say, show up with a commitment to come, with an open heart, open mind, and be open to any experiences that you have there, knowing that, yeah, you're okay. There's never going to be anything wrong.
So you're going to throw in a bit of yoga, a bit of meditation.
Yes, a bit of yoga, a bit of meditation.
Okay. That's great.
We'll be doing plenty of time and space for you to you know, go off on your own and not spend any time with me and Richard and Ali or Christine. You'll be able to go spend some time in nature. You'll be able to come and spend time with us and talk. You know, you can come on the retreat for the whole 3 days and just stay in the bed if you want to, and, you know, not come out of your bedroom. That's also okay. It's what you make it. Yeah, we'll be doing lots of different things, but none of them are mandatory. So they're all open for you to experience if you want to experience them. And I don't know if anybody watched the Sacred Breathwork video I did with Ali and Christine the other day. That was nice to hear a little bit more about that. If you've never experienced that kind of modality before, you'll understand that from that video what could happen and what could take place during that experience as well. A very healing experience for people doing breathwork. Yeah,
again, if as you're saying, if you're open to it, when you have that purpose of really wanting to experience it, something will come to you, or something won't come to you, and that's okay. Everything is okay. The breathwork is a great modality that, you know, really helps some people to really get themselves, some say reconnected, some say inspired, some say, wow, I'm breathing again.
Yeah, I suppose you're never disconnected, because you're always here, you're always present. But I think we forget that, don't we? We kind of put a lot of noise in between us and that, and you know, it's very easy to forget who you actually are. And sometimes you've got to go and clear out some of the noise and the energy that's there already. And I think the breath work is really good for doing that. But it doesn't change who you are. You know, you're always present, you're always here, you're always just this experience happening. It just gets you to remember that a little bit as well. Or remove some of the roadblocks you put in the way of seeing it.
I like Moji. He suggested for once when he did his meditation that the people leave the garbage just at the front door.
Yeah.
And when they came into the room, they did their meditation, and when they came back, they could take the garbage back if they wanted to at the front door.
Yeah, you could leave it all at the front door, leave it all at the retreat door, and then if you want to pick it up on the way out, you can do. Otherwise,
of course,
leave it there and go out without it. Put it all down. Good. So, 26th of August.
Get signing up, people. Get signing up.
Get signing up, indeed.
We have got quite a few already interested and are already talking about it, and some have signed up. So,
grab your slots.
Grab your slots, please. If you want further information, contact Gary or myself, or the ladies at Breathwork. And Gary's providing all the information so that you can contact us all if you want to speak further about what's going on and what you might experience. But I think you gather from these videos, this is what we're trying to give you a bit of understanding.
And I don't know if people are watching these videos and you have a question or you want us to talk about something in particular. Maybe there's a question about the retreat, or just a question about your life that you've got that you want us to discuss, or an aspect of what we've been discussing that you know, like, oh, that sounds interesting, but I'm not quite sure about this. So just throw us a question and we'll answer it as well.
Put it in the comments below, and then as Gary says, we'll answer it accordingly.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for watching, people. We'll speak to you next time.
Take care, everyone. See you again soon. Bye-bye.